Okay, this is Shane with Rational Trader. It is late on Thursday, and I completely messed up the live trading recording, so we're just going to have to look at it after the fact here. Shorted. This is the Nasdaq. This is at 6:46ish in the morning. Shorted there for a scratch. This yellow circle, we placed an order short, didn't get filled, and canceled the order on the next bar. But this is one of those cases where that works against you. You can see you would normally get filled right there for a nice run. The back testing showed pretty clearly that if you don't get filled on the next bar, cancel the order. All right. So the reason is that the machine learning is modeled on finding that point where the market's going to move 30 ticks in one direction before it moves 10 in the other. And so if that doesn't happen, or you get to what would be scratch, then and you haven't been filled, you need to cancel that order. All right, so then we get long here for a scratch. This is a turning behavior, one of these deep, strong turns right here. Let's see, and then get short here for a couple of. I only make a couple ticks there. That goes that's a little 20 tick run. And then let's see, now I short here for a 10 tick loss, and then I short again here for another 10 tick loss. And then let's see, short here for a 30 tick gain. You can see again, there's a lot left on the table there. So we're finding good entries here. There's more to be made. I'm going to stick with my 30 tick hard target for another, the end of this weekend, the end of next week. That'll be 4 full weeks. There's quite a bit left there. Let's see. So then we get some chop here, and this is the thing I'm working on to try to deal with. So I take a 10 tick stop here, and then another one here. Okay, right there. And then we catch another nice short. I just love this short. So this here is a turning behavior long that is predicted to fail. So you get just this wonderful entry. All right, and again, there's a lot left on the table there. So we gotta, I gotta deal with that because normally it's just, I'm chuckling because I'm kind of known for being able to hold really well, and here I'm getting out way too soon a couple times here today so far. Let's see, and then some sideways behavior, and then okay, so this tries to go long. Yeah, so we go long right up here. I got to change the color to make it easier to see. We go long right there and take a stop. That's one of those painful ones where you're just a hint too early because there was a nice little pop right there. And then, okay, this is ugliness here that I need to look at. So there's a loss, and then a scratch, and then a loss, all trying to see this turn here. I don't like that cluster of try. I need to think about what that means in terms of behavior. It may very well be just the nature of the volatile market, and the answer is to just move to the conservative codes. And if you did that, then you wouldn't be taking this cluster here. That has to be modeled though, because you may find that the nice trade, you end up missing the nice trades as well. So that'd be a good replay homework for those of you that now have the system. Switch to conservative and do a replay for this week or the last couple weeks. This week would be best. So use the current model you have, which has data through Friday, and then replay this week with the conservative set of codes and see how the result changes. These are in that much too aggressive category. We don't take those codes. And then here, I can't see the result. It's a scratch. All right. So, oh yeah. Okay. So we scratch there, I think. Yeah, so zero gain there. So there must be a some slippage there on the stop. So the final result was minus 40. Yeah, minus 40. So a couple of really nice entries on decent moves where there was more to be had. Okay, so there's something to do there. And the sideways behavior here may just be, it is what it is. Okay, minor interruption there. Yeah, so this we'll see. I'm actively working on some modeling to deal with this in a more of a machine learning way rather than sort of the traditional moving average way we have of trying to stay out of the chop. But the thing that really concerns me here is this cluster here. That I don't like at all. So I'm going to think about that. That may just be the volatility, and it is what it is, and that's the choice you make when you choose to be moderately aggressive in a volatile environment. If I have some time, I'll actually replay that myself with the conservative set. That might be the way to go. I'm deliberately doing moderately aggressive in the volatile environment because I saw cases where you just did spectacularly well in replay and simulation. So we'll see what happens here. It's interesting though, because here's a case where as a human you wouldn't do this, but the machine will, and we see cases where you take a stop and the machine immediately takes the next one, and that's the one you want. So you got to take the good with the bad. We'll have to see here. It's part of what's interesting about this is that I'm actually going live with this system in a really volatile conditions. So where it was all developed during normal behavior. So I'm really curious to see how well we can adapt to the super volatility, and then when it changes back, do we see? It could go either way, right? It could go you end up doing better because of adjustments you've had to make to deal with this harsher environment, or it could be that you're now too conservative, right? So again, we'll have to see that. Certainly the development was done during less crazy times, so you could always roll back to how you were doing then. Ultimately, I think it just comes down to this. It comes down to the set of behaviors that you're trading, and this is set up here to help deal with the exact issue we're describing. So you can be aggressive when the markets are quieter. All right, you can be, and you probably need to be conservative when they're crazier like this. And I'm just sticking with the middle right now. So I'm going to keep doing that for another week, and we'll see what the result is. The reason that you can be aggressive in a quieter environment, it might seem counterintuitive, but what aggressive means is things like this kind of behavior where the market has run far. And the market's predicting that these little pullback shorts are going to fail, and you should be getting long. It's almost like a pullback that is a turn. And in quieter markets, that's often the case. So because people are chasing it, and so we'll have to see when the markets will not stay like this forever. So when they settle back down, then we'll make adjustments as we need to, and I'm prepared to do that. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Now tomorrow is Friday, one more day for the week. Oops, and I just realized I forgot to talk about one other thing. So I've got two ES charts running here, and I'm actually testing two separate things. One is running two machine learning servers at once, and you have to do that if you're going to use the same symbol twice, all right? And so that worked perfectly. The top chart here was scratch at 0.25. That's a quarter point, one tick. This has let's make sure I got this right. Okay, so the limit entry offset is 0. So it's going to place the order at the close of the bar, all right, as opposed to 1 bar back. So if this was a short right here, it would place it right there. All right, and then a 12 tick target. The bottom one is different. The bottom one is a limit entry offset of 1, so it's going to place that order there, and a target of, let me get that out of the way, a target of 10. And sitting here, I realize I have that backwards. So I ran this in Sim today, looking to, what I'm doing is I'm looking for the sort of the optimal set of settings for the ES, because once I'm comfortable with that, I'm going to start live trading it just like I'm live trading the NQ. So really what I need to do is I need, I want the entry that has a better entry with the bigger target. So this one should be a 12 tick target. So let's just make that change together right now. All right. And then the entry is, one tick back. And then for this one up here, our entry is at the close of the bar, and we want a closer target because that's not as good an entry. So we want to go to here. And the reason I'm doing this is you could do this through a series of replays, but I don't have time for that right now. And I don't want to waste the real-time testing that I can also get done. So let's set up 2 at once. And I kept getting 10 ticks or so, but not 12. I'd get 10 or 11. And so maybe my targets are just off a little bit. All right, so this is what we're going to try now. We're going to run this for the rest of this week and next at least, where we're getting in one tick back from the close of the bar, and then aiming for 3 points. And then on the top here, we'll get in more aggressively, but use a closer target, 10 ticks. Okay.